commons. They are the high seas, deep seabed, atmosphere, Antarctica, and outer space. States' territorial integrity or political independence. But simply collecting information, even though it were for military purposes, does not.
Next up would be Maral Ero on From CIS to BRICS, Comparative Perspectives on National Space Programs and International Space Policy.
Okay. I am from Turkey. I'm an attorney from Turkey. So it's a great opportunity to connect this way. Thank you very much again. So let's look at my presentation. Aim of this study, it's my research to analyze KISS and BRICS as frameworks for space cooperation, to assess how cooperation supports peaceful use of outer space, sustainable development, equality access to space technologies. Why space cooperation matters? Space governance is shifting from bipolar to multipolar. Space debris, high financial barriers, international cooperation is increasingly wide as necessary rather than optional these days. So, what is the Commonwealth of Independent States? Founded in 1991 after dissolution of the Soviet Union, observed status at UN in 1994, platform for post-Soviet cooperation includes space, science, security, economy. KISS Interstate Space Council was established to develop cooperation between the KISS member states in the field of exploration and use of outer space for peaceful purpose, and to coordinate the interaction of the member states of the agreement on the implementation of joint activities. The participants include 6 states: Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Russia Federation, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. The agreement to establish the Interstate Space Council was ratified by the member states in the different years. The main aim to coordinate peaceful space activities, harmonize legal and policy approaches, promote joint programs and investment, functions as a coordinating and advisory body, not a supranational authority. Key space activities include satellite development, Earth observation, environmental monitoring, disaster management, capacity building. So here I shared some space initiative of these countries, their space agencies, information about their space agencies. It's all accessible in my presentation. I can share with any member of this symposium. So now we look at what is BRICS. Originally, it was established by the Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And since 2023, BRICS has initiated a controlled expansions process. Additional states have been invited or admitted in phases, engaged as a partners or observers. So in 70th BRICS Summit, there was a proposal to establish a BRICS Space Council as an advisory body, coordinate joint programs, policy harmonization, broad political support. This was inspired by the KISS model. So why BRICS matters in space? High cost, shared resources, technology transfer, joint missions. It is a key topics. So emphasis on sustainability, peaceful use, governance reform, as I said before. So joint space exploration requires significant financial resources, which even developed economies find challenging to sustain independently. BRICS seeks to overcome this by pooling resources, sharing technology, and utilizing common infrastructure. For example, a proposed joint model for the Russian orbital station would allow each member to contribute, reducing cost while fostering scientific and engineering exchange. So, as I said before, key initiatives include establishing BRICS Space Council to coordinate joint programs, sharing satellite data and research through a proposed newsletter, collaborating on a joint module for the Russian orbital station, coordinated participation in the International Lunar Research Station and other deep space projects. Here I shared some key findings due to limited time. Please look at my presentation soon. So there is a space leaders within BRICS. It's Russia, China, and India.
And Maral, can you hear
to
us?
conclude, what is the key findings on my research is KISS and BRICS show alternative models of space cooperation,
And
emphasis
Maragu,
on
can you
peace,
hear us?
sustainability,
Maragu,
shared responsibility. Space
It's-
exploration can build trust, support development, and benefit all humanity. Thank you very much for listening to me. It was my pleasure to be here with you. Best regards and warmest regards to Finland. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Margu. And we are very apologizing that we had very much issues now with the Zoom, and unfortunately we didn't have your full presentation. But yes, please, so we will then share your presentation and then have it available later on. And next up, we are now going to prepare, and we will have a fireside talk with an astronaut coming up.
Thank you so much. So I'm not an astronaut, I'm Jari Mäkinen, and we speak here with Markus, and he's looking up there and smiling like always. This conference, Space Winter Satellite Workshop, this is about new space. And Markus is a new space astronaut as well, because you were the first project astronaut of ESA, totally new kind of thing. And also flying with SpaceX or Axiom Space with their Dragon capsule, so new space in that sense as well. And it was exactly 2 years ago when you were up there in space. What do you think about that right now? Is it like a dream or think that you think daily, I wish I would be there?
Thank you. Yeah, that's a great question actually, if it feels like a dream or not. So first of all, thank you for dropping in. You are just as surprised as I am that I'm sitting here right now. And I'm dressed like this because I'm also head of strategy and technology at Saab. But now it's astronaut time. So
Exactly.
And so I actually got other astronauts, my comrades of mine that had been to space that told me before going,